Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
I got this abnormal psychology exam to do. I think there's something in there that's going to help me with this time travel.
Well, if you go back to 1985, please take me.
85?
I kind of want to go see Michael J. Fox.
Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast. My name is Corey Winfield, and the date is the 14th of May, 2020, the year of the Lord. It's actually, it's a 5 years, like 5 or 6, they believe, after the birth of Christ. So it's very confusing to me sometimes, but we're not getting into that right now. Past episodes we have tried, and we've never really gotten anywhere. Just moments in time that you'll never get back in life. Today, though, if you're just tuning in, this is a podcast about recovery, and basically, I've been sharing my life in recovery for about a year, a little over a year. And we're going to go down memory lane here in a little bit. I'm going to tell you how I was kind of feeling earlier today. Started a game that we're now going to carry over to the podcast. And we'll get to that. And a buddy of mine is out of prison, and I really do want to talk about that. But today, though, I woke up and I was on a mission to get things done and to start making headway on the things that I want to do with 217 Recovery, you know, and the ride thing and events that we want to do. And it's kind of hard because nobody in the company is actually here in Traverse City, just Marnie and myself, but that's not going to stop us. That's actually probably a better thing that we're kind of spread out in different areas. You know, Chris and Tyrone are back in Boyne City. Anna is kind of in Boyne Falls and kind of in St. Ignace. And I'm talking about Anna 303-650. That's her name, apparently. That's what, I don't know if that's her pen name. I don't know, but that's what she uses as a blog name. So we're just going to call her Anna 303-650, St. Ignace. And we have a couple more people all over. There is another person around Traverse City, but my sister, she's back in Coloma. So it's kind of people kind of everywhere, which, like I said, it could be a good thing, but it gets frustrating for me sometimes because I want to do it all right now. And I know that's not how it works, but that's what I want. So I woke up, I was feeling like, hey, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to knock this out. And we were scheduling our board meeting that we're going to have this Sunday. And I don't know, Marnie was having, I don't know what she was doing, but I wanted it done. So now I kind of took my attention off of the stuff I was wanting to do, and I put it on like the Zoom meeting, and I ended up doing some stupid stuff and just, And then of course I want to blame other people. So then it wasn't my fault. You know, it was her fault. You know, I'm always quick to blame. And I think most of us are, because we don't want to take the ownership of, hey, if I just would have had some patience, you know, and just trusted that she knew what she was doing, that she would figure it out. But instead I'm just like, let me do it. And maybe that's a man thing. I don't know. I'm sure there are women out there that do that too, though. So let's not draw a line in the sand there. But yeah, so I was feeling down, and then I did something that I haven't done in a while, and I just chilled out. You know, I watched Survivor, and was bummed about that because I read the whole how it was going to go down already online. I wish I wouldn't have done that. So it was kind of like, yeah, that's just like they said it was going to happen. Like, why did I read the spoiler alert and then watch it, trying to think of like there was something going to surprise me? I don't know. It's just one of those things. But it was nice to just sit back and relax for a minute and actually just calm the brain down. And whether that, you know, comes from going for a walk or watching TV, maybe just taking a nap. I think that we earn that, you know, in our daily life, and not just in recovery, but just in life. You know, like if you're going, sometimes you got to take a minute, man. Just take a minute, go for a walk, watch the sunset. Tons of stuff that you can do. But once I did that, I felt a little bit better, and you know, I kind of forgave myself for for being stupid earlier in the day. And then I wasn't feeling quite as down. And especially when I decided to post on Facebook that we were going to play a little game tonight. And here's how the game works. All right, now this game, I don't know, back in my early radio career, and I didn't even start it, a friend of mine, Phil Becker, came and was like, hey, let's do this. You know, you're new on the radio. I'm going to start throwing out words, and then you have to work them into your break. And it'll help take the stress off because you're not really so worried about what you're saying that you're saying it, but I don't know. Anyway, it did help. I'm like, but Phil would give me words like cheeseburger and I mean stuff that you could say on the radio. Well, I've been playing that game ever since. And when I was in treatment, and many times in treatment I played, but this last time we had some real fun with it. Rob was awesome because I gave him awesome words. Rob would give me stupid words. I've been playing this game for a while, so I'm pretty darn good at it. And I will just work in words. And so I threw that out there on Facebook today. And the reason why is because I have some shirts that I would like to give away. And I figured I would incorporate this. And how it's going to work is I asked the words or the phrases. And then I said, if I use your word or phrase, then you can win a 217 Recovery shirt. But I didn't tell them they have to listen to the podcast and tell me when I said it. So if they do that, I will definitely hook them up with a shirt. So between now and the end of the podcast, if I say your word, and if you gave me a word, just keep listening for it. Now, I don't mean to cause any PTSD or anything, but just listen. Don't get too excited with it. So that's the game, and it's on. So we're playing. A year ago today, I saw that Anna 303650 had posted a picture of her and her friend Kelly. And Kelly, they both went to the UFAM rally with us last year. This year's rally is coming up in September. It's Thursday, 24th of September. So you should be there. It's in Lansing. We have a good time. Instead of going to bitch out the governor for whatever, not closing stuff or not opening stuff, how about we get on some real stuff, come together for a good time and show her, hey, look, people in recovery, we're still here. We're good people. We're having fun right in your front yard. So that's what the point of that is. But details online at 217recovery.com. But last year we went, and Anna was fresh out of rehab, and Kelly joined us. And anyway, it was a year ago that she posted that picture that they got their shirts, and they were really excited. And I started thinking, wow, like a year ago. Like, it seems so far away. Like, even if I had a time machine, like the open of the show, I don't think I'd get in it. I've come a long way personally in this last year. And just in general, life has just gone in such a great direction for me. If you would have told me a year ago, and Anna would say the same thing, if Anna and I did jump in a time machine, went back a year and said, hey, psst, over here, this is what's going to happen to you. This is where you're going to be a year from today. We would have looked at each other and probably thought, okay, these people from the future, they're drunk or they're on drugs. They're doing something, man. There's no way that's happening to me. There's no way I'm going to be, in Traverse City living with a woman, doing podcasts from my studio, having 217 Recovery, a 501c3. Yeah, I'm working on it, but I'm supposed to do this, and I'm going to do that whole application alone, do all this, and you're kidding me. And Anna's probably the same way. I'm going to get married. I'm going to be living where? I'm going to be working, doing what? So it's very cool. And that just goes to show you, hope and inspiration. That is what I attribute to where I'm at right now, just in life. Just hope and inspiration. If someone can give you a little bit of hope, you can feel a little bit inspired and you can go out and do it. I'm telling you, that's some real talk right there. And it might seem hopeless sometimes. It might seem like you can't be inspired, but you can. And sometimes it just takes time. And like I said, a year, there were days I didn't want to get up and go to work. There were days that I didn't want to do it, but I did. And I'm so thankful for that. And, all the meetings that I've been to over the past year and all the podcasts we've done, there's 167 hours of just podcasting, me talking about my feelings or goofing around. But, it kind of goes hand in hand with me. Yeah, a year ago today. I mean, the serenity in that alone just it's amazing is what it is. Now we're sitting here, we're all up in quarantine. Well, sort of. I still have some connections. It's just, it's a little different now. And that's what really kind of bothers me about, not going to meetings right now. But I was talking with a friend of mine, Jeremy, on Facebook today, sort of. I just sent him a message and he said, hey, I miss you. And Tom tried to poison me. There's a whole episode about that at the Charlevoix meetings. And, you don't know what it's like to have an addiction until you realize that you miss going to AA meetings, like that's a tough thing to do, and that's when you know that, yeah, I do have an addiction and I need these people. And I hope that they really do open back up in June. I got to go there and see my baby Ganoush, my Baba Ganoush. I think that's how they say it. Maybe, I'm not sure, but it's this guy. We got this thing, and I think I actually owe him a T-shirt. Yeah, I do. I do now. But perseverance. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep on keeping on. Maybe hit up the Tootsie Slide. You never know. I think I'm going to owe a lot of people shirts, though, actually, is what's really going on. But if you check out our site today, I did add some new stuff. You might be looking at it right now, or maybe when you get off of here, you're going to think, well, what do you know? Something new's been added. Yeah, it's just a couple little font things, and I changed the way some of the blogs look, but we do have blogs. We have online meetings as well, and just know the time difference. I should have put that up there. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do that when I get off the podcast here, and just put, I think 5 hours. Ireland, Paris is 6 hours ahead of us. New Zealand, 14. Those are hard ones to hit when you realize that they're like a whole day pretty much. By the time you sit down and look at it, you're like, oh, they're already halfway through their Friday. Great. Yeah. But their online meetings, it's still fun, and I'll probably go to some here and there, but yeah, there are links to those in our blogs as well. But my buddy Matt from back home, downstate, he was going through some hard times. And the reason why I want to talk about this is not really because of Matt. It's just because of the things that he went through is nothing new. He's not the first person to go these things. And I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about divorce. And when you're down like that, alcohol just goes right hand in hand. Maybe the other drugs do too. I'm not sure. I'm sure that they mask some things, but the whole alcohol, man, you've seen it too many times on TV and movies and real life. Maybe you know someone who's going through a divorce who had gone through it. Maybe it was you, where that bottle was your friend, you thought. It made you feel a little bit better, and it made you think more, and it made you more creative and how you were going to get back at them or whatever. But my friend Matt had a couple pretty bad marriages where I'm sure the drinking didn't help anything, but at the same time, I really hope he found peace, and I really hope he's on the straight and narrow now. And I'm sure he's on some kind of program. I'm not sure how long. I think it's been a few months ago that he got out of prison, but it was for wrecking his car. I think that was his second, maybe his third DWI or whatever, and wrecked his car, and then he went away, for 14 months. And I'm just glad he's alive. I'm glad that nobody got hurt. I don't think, obviously, if he was in his right mind, first of all, he wouldn't have wrecked his car, and he you know, like it's such a